Hi, hello, and welcome back to another video. So, per usual, we got my sketchbook here. I don't actually know what I'm going to be doing yet, and that all just depends on the markers. So I did receive, hold up, let me zoom out a little bit. I received my markers from Arrtx. This one is the 90A set as opposed to the 90B set, which I had last time. Now let me actually grab the other set to compare them a little bit, because there is a bit of a difference, although they have similar colors in them. Okay, this is the 90B set, and this is the 90A set. So this is what I used last time, and I feel like the biggest difference that I can see, at least by comparing the two, is I do see a difference in obviously colors. This one is labeled as like more Morandi style. I don't know if I pronounced that wrong or not, but it's more like for landscapes and stuff like that, and outdoors, nature. So you can kind of tell by the range of colors that we have here versus this, which is a lot more normal colors that you would see in a pack. Depending on what your goal is, what you typically do, does influence which one you should buy if you are interested in this. I mean, I've reviewed lots of Arrtx markers, so I feel like my thoughts are pretty much always the same. They're really good markers. I feel like they're really opaque as well. Just in general, I really like the brand. You can see here they have similar, see this one has CO2, this one has CO2, O3. They have similar colors in between them. It's just the range of colors that is different. I notice a little bit more warm tone here opposed to cool or neutral tone colors here. So I guess we'll see how that works out when I swatch them, but let's open it up. Okay, so we have the typical thank you card, how lovely. And then we have the stickers that you will stick wherever you want. Usually I stick them here, I think. Yeah, I usually stick them here, but you could stick them here, whatever helps. I really have my sister do that because I don't really like sticking them, but she does. But I like how they have it on the top here. Let me actually pull up the other markers because I'm curious. Sometimes the stickers aren't a good representation. Okay, I did organize the colors here, like warms and then cools. So I'll do the same thing here. I did lose one of my markers. I don't know which one it was. So maybe I'll have a replacement, but the general colors, I feel like the main ones, the staple ones, are the same. Similar colors, if not the same, but they're not the exact same pack. So there's a difference there. Just wanted to clarify that. That's why there's A and B. If you do get both of them, you'll get duplicates. But based on your goals in art, definitely changes which one you would probably get. But I've noticed, even though I don't typically draw plants and stuff like that, this pack has still been relatively useful. Yeah, so I'm gonna swatch these off screen really quick, get my sister to stick them on, and then we'll be right back to figure out what I'm gonna draw. Okay, so I came back, got them swatched and all that. I decided instead of doing it in my actual sketchbook, I'm gonna do it on a separate piece of paper so I can keep it in this. Because when my sisters use my markers, they just take my entire sketchbook to use for the swatches. But it doesn't really work out if I'm drawing in my sketchbook, but they want to use my markers still. So anyways, I decided to put on a separate piece of paper on the back and front. I didn't even notice, but it has glittery silver and gold. I'm actually really excited for that. Matches my nails, which have grown out a bit. But anyways, I'm really excited for that. I don't think I'm gonna use it in this drawing specifically, which let's actually get into that. I realized that we're actually at the halfway mark. So I think I'm, because originally I was gonna draw on this page, but I drew it in last night, so we're not gonna work on that. We're gonna work on this, and I think it'll just be my Sona or something simple. Let's get into sketching, which I will most likely be silent about so that I can actually lock in and pay attention. Anyways. Okay, so I got the sketch down. It was really quick, really sketchy, I guess, if you will. Because I didn't really feel like doing an in-depth sketch. I feel like that was unnecessary. It's pretty basic what I'm doing. I hope you can still see the face though. I think it turned out pretty cute. And this little chibi in the halfway. And then I collected some markers. For my skin, these ones probably for my skin, these 3. These for my hair, and then these for everything else, details and everything like that. So I'm saying because this is my persona, but honestly, my persona is like 10 times cuter than I am, and she's just like a representation. It feels weird to say me, but it also feels weird to say she's a different character, because she kind of is like her own character, I guess, I suppose. Because I draw her quite often when I do like outfits and stuff like that. You've probably seen on my Pinterest or Instagram or wherever you follow me. So yeah, let's just get into coloring. It might not be accurate, like the colors, but whatever. Because normally I collect all my colors when I want to draw something. I really grab every single marker I have so that, you know, I have the greatest range. But we're going to be working with just these markers. Looking fine so far though, honestly. Also, I feel like I always draw my persona for these videos, but like, what else am I supposed to draw? It's like the one with the most basic colors. Besides some of my other OCs have like pretty basic colors too, but I don't enjoy drawing them as much as I do my persona. I'm not sure why that is. So I hope it's not boring or annoying to see the same character, but I actually did want to draw my OCs from my like faith-based universe, as I call it. I don't have a name for it yet. I kind of want to have a name for it, but I don't know. I can't really think of anything. But I kind of want to go over that in a separate video, like where I go over that story. Not only because people have been asking, but also I just want to solidify a story instead of like just ideas floating in my head. I actually want to be able to solidify the story like I just said. Anyways, but basically the story is Linnea, Leo, and then the other 3 characters, technically 4. There's more characters to it, but like the main cast is 5 of them. Linnea, Leo, then we have Lily, Ezra, and then Ricky. So Ezra and Ricky are cousins. Ricky is like an old character that I made like ages ago, but I decided to repurpose her for the story, just for fun. So that's her. And then Ezra's a completely new character, Lily's a completely new character, and then Linnea and Leo I've had for ages as well. They weren't originally OCs. I just drew them for like, I don't know. In the past, I kind of just drew for, I wasn't really making characters. I was just drawing characters, but like they weren't characters that I continuously drew like you would with original characters. I just made them and then abandoned them. Anyways, so I'll put up a picture here if I can find it. It's up on my Pinterest, but I'm thinking of redrawing maybe that picture for, I don't know. I'm thinking actually of doing a video of redrawing my old art, but I don't know. I've just been lazy. Anyways, so next color. I forgot what I was saying before. I think I was talking about, just wait a second. Anyways, back to what I was saying about my OCs. I kind of want to make a separate video, but basically it's Linnea and Leo. Linnea works at a flower shop that her family owns and runs, and she works there obviously to support her family. And I'm debating whether they're in school, like college. I don't know about that yet. But anyways, she really like there's flower motifs throughout. I'm thinking of maybe associating a flower with each character. But let me get this color because maybe this is too light. I don't know what I did wrong here. This looks a little bit, maybe I just need to blend it out. These videos are always such a trusted process because half the time I don't even know what I'm doing. One moment. Normally I use a paintbrush to blend out the colors so it's less harsh because it's what I do in my digital art and it's quite a nice technique. Anyways, and then Leo works across the street at a vinyl or CD place with his uncle. I'm debating whether that's theirs or he just works there. I'm feeling more like he just works there, but he lives with his uncle. That's his only family that he has. And that's part of like his story because when he, if you don't already know, these characters specifically are Christian, and that's what their story, it doesn't revolve around. It's more of a romance and slice of life, but the themes, you know, topics of that come up. And for Leo, when he first, I'm trying to like think of how to phrase this because it's just been an idea floating in my mind, but I don't really want to, but part of his story that I was thinking about was that like when he turned to Christ, his parents, since he's part Japanese, his parents follow like the tradition and culture there, which from what I know, they're mostly Buddhists in Japan, so they follow that religion. So when he turned to Christ and started becoming like following the Bible and everything like that, and he told his parents, they were not having that and they were not supportive at all. So he left to go live with his uncle, who also is a Christian. So that's pretty cool. And so now he just lives with his uncle and isn't in contact with his parents anymore. I'm debating whether to have the story in like an actual place in the US or something like that, or like a fictional, well, most likely a fictional like village or whatever. But because they're kind of in a city, I'm thinking that makes most sense to have it in an actual place. But anyways, so that's kind of the concept for him. And then Linnea was raised a Christian, but I'm still figuring out like when she made her own decision to follow Christ. I'm trying to figure out like her testimony and all that. So that's still up in the air, I guess you can say. And then my other characters, Lily, Ezra, and Ricky, I still need to figure out the characters. Those are like more newer. I just made them this past year. Like I just made them last year, so I still need to think more about their story. But I think if I make a video, I think it'll mostly be surrounding Linnea and Leo because they're the main characters. And then I'll get into the other characters once I figure out more of how I want their story to go. But Lily is Linnea's friend. She also works at the shop with her part-time. And then Ezra is friends with Leo. So that's how they kind of all become one friend group. And then obviously Ricky is already part of the friend group because she's related to Ezra, so she kind of just gets into it. And I want Linnea and Leo to meet, even though they see each other like because they live right across the street from each other. Linnea does. Linnea's family lives right above the flower shop that they own. So Linnea moves to a new church, and at this new church, I'm still trying to think why they left their old one, or maybe they just moved. I don't know. I can't really think at the moment, but they moved to this church, and at this church, she sees Leo playing because he plays electric guitar in the worship team, along with other members of the crew. They all have a part in the church. Like they all serve in some way. So that is part of it. And then, oh yeah, and then she sees him there, and she kind of is like, hold up, I recognize him. And also he recognizes her. She later joins when they like get more established in the church. She also joins the crew as a singer. So yeah, that's kind of the story I have for now. It'll probably change. Honestly, I'm always changing my mind on stuff. So, but some things are solidified. Things I just said, most of them are probably going to be solidified. I just like wrote this stuff in my notes app, and I'm just from what I remember that I wrote down, I said here. So anyways, that'll probably be a separate video, but I know I had some people asking because I put, what's it called? I made a lineup of them because I'm joining Arrtx this year. So yeah, I want to make sure that I have references up of like their new and improved designs, because it's a little bit outdated. I mean, it's only last year that I drew the references for Linnea and Leo and my other characters, but I don't know, I feel like it's a tad outdated, but that's whatever. I'll leave it because I made new drawings for the most part of the lineup, so you can kind of differentiate them from my other OCs, which are my fashion characters, which I'll talk about later, but you already probably know Aya. She's the main character of that story, so we'll get into that another time, but for now, yeah, that's that. But yeah, I'm joining Arrtx. My Arrtx is Strawberry Girl. I'll put up on the screen. And yeah, if you want to follow me there, go ahead. This year I'm gonna try to revenge people as much as I can, but also I have at least like 18 or 17 characters bookmarked, so I really hope that I get around to at least half of that. My goal this year is to get at least 10 attacks, so let's hope I get there, whether that'll be all the characters that I bookmarked or characters or revenges, I mean characters of whoever attacked me, because I really like, I don't know, I guess giving back to whoever attacks me, because it's really such a sweet thing to take the time to draw my character of millions of characters that are on Arrtx, so I do appreciate that. I don't know if I'll like focus on the attacks from last year that I haven't gotten back to revenging. I think that's a bit unnecessary. Unless I already had in mind which character I want to attack from you, I probably won't. But this year, whatever attacks I'll get, I'll try my best. If you have a character I really like, I'll probably just draw your character regardless. And yeah, I'm really excited. I did put Lily and Lumina and Louis, all of them. I put those 3 characters. They're not all part of the same story. Louis and Lumina, part of the same story. I'll talk about them another time. Part of the fashion characters. And then in my faith base, Lily. So those 3 characters I added to Arrtx this year. I didn't add every single character I've ever had because I have a bit of favorites. Some characters I don't really care if they're drawn or not. I want to prioritize the characters that I do particularly like, so yeah. Anyways, I think I'm almost done coloring. I think I'm just gonna color the lips more. I'm surprised I did this while also talking. I struggle with that a lot. Like talking while doing whatever. Something I wish I was a little bit better at, because then I would make videos a lot easier. That's why I kind of been using the format of like voiceovers, because then I can actually like get into what I'm drawing, why I'm drawing it, and have more interest there, and actually finish my sentences, because I find that I'm really bad at actually finishing what I'm saying. So, yep. I hope I didn't do that in this video though. Like, I hope I actually finished every thought that I started. Or else if I were a viewer, I would be so annoyed. Like, she started talking about this and never finished it. I'm sorry. I just forget. Like, trying to draw and think of what to say, meaningful to say, is a little bit hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm done with the face. We can move to the eyes, which will probably just be the same color as the hair. Okay. There you go. I'll add some of this at the bottom. I kind of want to not change, but I want to like do something different with how I draw eyes. I feel like it's a bit boring sometimes how I do them, but whatever. What can you do? What can you do? Obviously change it, but it's besides the point. Whatever. Okay, whatever. I'll leave that. I'll fix it when I line and stuff like that, which I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But let's move on to the hair and the eyebrows. I have quite thin eyebrows in real life. They're thin and they're not that full either, so that's I guess what differentiates me. Because they're not dark like this. But it's okay. I'm not drawing myself, I'm drawing my Sona, so yep. Sorry, I'm trying to think of what to say. I can't really think of what I haven't said already, honestly. Okay, guys. I might actually go insane because I finished, literally talked like ages to myself. I don't even know what I said because it's not captured. And I was like, okay, let me see how far I went because I was gonna just like stop talking so I can just like quickly finish this and have like it be speedy and whatnot. And then I looked and I noticed my phone was off and I was like, oh, please tell me it recorded something. It recorded up until like I was starting doing my bang. So everything that I did after the bang is not recorded. And I'm actually so upset. Because my phone storage was full. And I didn't think that would happen because it hasn't happened in a bit of time. So I handled that. That actually does make me really mad because I don't even know what I said, if I said anything of substance, but I don't know. I don't remember what I said when I was doing the hair, when I was doing like all the other details. I mean, I ranted a lot about random stuff, but like that is so upsetting that everything I just said was all for nothing, so that's just great. I hope I didn't say anything of actual importance or substance. I don't remember if I talked about my art fight. It's Strawberry Girl, if I did not already. It's Strawberry Girl, and I was just talking about revenges and whatnot. Then I talked about random stuff. I don't know. I don't know, but this is where we're at. I'm gonna stop talking and let the speed paint go. And hopefully will be fine and it won't die on me again. Well, not die, but you know, storage is full. I dealt with that. I deleted a decent amount of videos that were like taking up my storage, so hopefully I don't have, for the rest of the video, I don't have any storage problems, but I guess we shall see. it's time for my favorite part, stickers. I finished, and now it's time to add stickers. I don't know if I'm gonna voice over my drawing or if I'm just gonna leave it, but I don't know if I was talking or if I'll just add music over. But regardless, I think the drawing turned out actually really cute. I like how I did your face, and I was debating whether to line it with my regular pencil, with my color pencil I mean, or with my regular pen. So I decided to go with the pen because that's what I'm most used to, and I thought it would give it like a nice pop, and I think it did, honestly. Just figuring out which stickers to put. I've said this in other videos before, but I get most of my stickers from Five Below. Haven't bought any new ones in a while because, I mean, I already have plenty, but they have a decent selection, at least at the Five Below near me. So, I don't know if it's the same for everybody else. I don't know, normally, oh, I think I would put her here, even though there's no red. Actually, no. I like these because they're scratch and sniff. I think I said that before, but this is where I get most of my stickers, at least the ones in here. Been collected over time, so I don't know. Also, is it Keroppi or Keroppi? Because I've heard some people say Keroppi. I don't know how accurate that is to like the actual name, but whatever. I'm gonna use one of this, I think, because this one's really cute. I like the colors. Maybe this one. I don't know. Maybe this one. It's actually really cute. Or maybe here. Here. So it looks like it's part of the thing. I think I'm maybe almost done. I think I have some small stickers that I could stick. Oh yeah, this one, these guys are literally green and pink. It's the perfect thing. Okay. I think I'm done with adding stickers, so let me clean up around and then do like a close-up of the finished product and do the outro. Here is close-up. Nothing too interesting or different from what I've done before, but you know, I actually really like how it turned out in general. So anyways, this is the finished. And of course, thank you to Arrtx for sending me the markers. They were lovely to work with. I do really like the pink selection that they have. I like this specific pink. I like how it's like a bubblegum pink. And even this one, which is a pastel one. But anyways, thank you all for watching this far, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye!